Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
Questions, Coffee, and Cars 227. To get a question in for this fabulous, it's not a broadcast, stream, how do you get it in?
Follow along on Instagram at Motormouth_Andrea. Every Sunday I put a post out on Instagram asking for questions. Once we gather them, the post is deleted and we start the show.
Time now for Questions, Coffee, and Cars.
Before we start, Andrea.
Yes.
People come up to us all the time and they say, I really like your show. They call it a show.
Yeah, they don't say it's a review or a video. They say I love your show. I like that, actually, a show. So now I'm calling it a show, too.
On with the show. Your questions from Instagram.
How does the new Outback compare to the Forester in ride quality? I love the travel of the front suspension in the Forester and the big sunroof, but the new Outback is so nice on the inside and do not feel like you're driving an SUV. Your thoughts on which one would you choose?
Well, there's a big difference in price now. I mean, they have Foresters sort of more accessible, and then Outback, they you know, it's not cheap.
Okay, in Canada with the Outback, there's only one non-turbo trim, but in the US there are more because people in the US actually buy the non-turbo. Subaru Canada tells us more people buy the turbo, so they've eliminated many non-turbo trims. So the Forester doesn't have a turbo option, but it does have a hybrid. The Outback has a non-turbo and a turbocharged, but no hybrid. So I think it comes down to really what you want. I agree with you when it comes to ride quality. The Outback feels more like you're driving a car, whereas the Forester more of an SUV. For me personally.
Oh, I'm going to guess. Okay, which one do you get? We're going to do Forester? Okay, is it Forester hybrid versus?
No, just Forester,
okay,
because the Outback doesn't have a.
Okay,
but if you want a hybrid,
Andrea,
then.
we're going to put it on the line here. 3, 2, 1. You're going to go Outback or Forester.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Outback.
Outback turbo.
Yeah, the new interior is so nice. Interestingly, I did say off the beginning that the price of the Outback is higher, but if you don't need the turbo, the gas, even in Canada, the gasoline regular naturally aspirated one is actually a pretty good deal. So it comes down to what style of vehicle do you want? You want a more upright, compact SUV, or you want a longer wagon-based utility?
See, if you asked me before this redesign, I would say Forester. But now with the redesign, it's a nice blend between an SUV and a wagon. Of course, the wagon enthusiasts are losing their mind.
It's kind of hidden now. The wagon is kind of hidden in there.
Yeah, I know.
It's still on the same platform.
Yes, and I know that some people are upset because they just wanted the wagon. But Subaru tells us that their buyers actually wanted a more truck-like, rugged-looking Outback. So that's what they went with.
You know what?
Anyway, I think they did such a great job. I can't believe how much I like it.
You know what's incoming, Andrea?
What's incoming?
An AMG E-Class wagon to the fleet. So we're going to book that.
Yeah,
in.
we'll book that.
And it's interesting because I love wagons. Just point blank, I just love wagons. I love wagons. We used to have a 5 Series BMW station wagon years ago. And I think they're great. But we are this, like you and I, if you and I both like wagons, it's like the tiniest market.
Yeah. I'd get the Audi.
Oh, the RS6 Avant. Yeah. But that's like the Batmobile. That's not like a normal everyday car.
No.
But they got rid of the Golf wagon, or the Jetta wagon, whichever one you want to call it, and so on and so on. So really, Outback's really it.
By the way, guys, we're loving our November weather. Raining like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I drove out to Coquitlam. Zach dropped me off, picked up the Tesla Model Y, and looking forward to sharing that review. How many years should I keep a new BMW before turning it into a trade? And especially the vehicle has only been driven less than 8,000 miles a year. I was thinking to keep it for 5 to 6 years. I don't know. You don't drive much. I would just keep it. It doesn't make sense.
We're sharing the same. Just keep the car.
Like you've taken the depreciation hit. You have hardly any kilometers on it or miles on it. Keep it.
The thing is, I understand you're trying to optimize the value of the car as a trade-in. I get it. So if you're wanting to always move forward with something new, probably I would guess in the 4 to 7 year mark is where you're going to optimize the value of the car with the low mileage. So you're going to put the car is going to be, well below the average when it comes to mileage, which makes it desirable as a used car. But once it gets past a certain age, then it becomes a BMW liability car, right?
Yeah.
So I would say probably around 5 years would be my guess. But you can look it up. There's lots of calculators online, and you can put in there your trade-in value. What's the trade-in value of my car? Now that's the wholesale value a dealer would give you, but that's what you're going to get at a dealer anyway, is your trade-in. And you'll be able to see with a low mileage car with your specific model what the actual current value of the car is, and decide when you think it's worth doing.
And if you have low kilometers, miles on the vehicle, you could sell it privately and get a few extra bucks for it, just because it does have low miles. We bought this vehicle that we're sitting in, our Porsche Cayenne, brand new in 2018. It actually is a 2016 model because it's a diesel, and there was a stop sale on these in 2016, and then they were able to sell them again in 2018. It has very low kilometers on it. We're just keeping it.
Okay, one thing you can also do is, I'm going to take you in the weeds a little bit, is you can go, instead of to a mainline dealer like a BMW store, say you want to order a new car, and you can find an independent place where they sell cars, an independent garage where they sell cars, and you can say, okay, I want this new model, and then they buy the car and then sell it on to you, and then you leave your car with them under consignment. So you can say, okay, this is a super low mileage X5 or X3 or whatever it is, and they'll list it for sale, and then you get paid once it sells. That's something to consider. We did that with an Audi.
I just feel like even with the low mileage, the dealership takes advantage of you, and maybe you lose that extra that you would get if you just sold it privately. That's all I'm saying. In the luxury SUV category, which car would you rate as your top pick? Genesis GV70, BMW X3, or Mercedes GLC? This is a tough one.
Okay, so it's GV70. I'm actually going to pay more attention to what you say, because in one of the past ones, I didn't hear you correctly, and I thought you said Corolla and you said Camry.
Yeah.
And people were making fun of me.
Were they?
Because, they make fun of me in the comments, Andrea. So now it's just like, I don't...
Okay, GV70, X3.
X3.
Or GLC.
Which one do we like? Or which one you should buy? It's two different things.
Well, it just says, which car would you rate as your top pick?
I would say for pure luxury, it's going to be...
the GV70.
No, I was going to say Mercedes for like refinement and smooth ride.
I don't know. The GV70 is pretty
nice.
Sweet. The thing about the GV70 is it's a nice blend of performance but comfort. But they're all kind of like that now, except the GLC is really tuned for comfort.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The GLC, if that's your number one thing, if it's like the smoothest, most refined feeling, that one gives you that feeling. The X3 is more performance oriented.
I don't like the interior of the X3.
The GV70 splits the difference.
It does. I think I would go GV70.
I'd go X3 just because I want to be able to get the inline six if I want that.
Sure. I like the GV70 3.5T. The only thing I worry about with Genesis is depreciation. So that's my only concern. But I really like that GV70 a lot.
My buddy Brian Murphy sent over from the Canadian International Auto Show a survey they did over the last 2 years of people who go to the auto show and then fill out their survey.
Yes, okay.
Survey says, okay, so what it is, they call it the Insider Panel. Visitors for the last 2 years who participate in further automotive-related research. Almost 5,000 people, and a quarter of them did this, and they're all in Southern Ontario.
Okay.
Even though they call it the Canadian International Auto Show, it's Toronto. Okay, let's go through slide number one.
Well, they do auto shows across the country. So.
But the Canadian International Auto Show is Toronto.
I know.
I always joke, why do you call it the Canadian National Auto Show? Are people from Saskatoon going there on the weekend?
No.
Not likely. Okay, question number one, protecting the auto industry. The federal government should participate in the protection of the Canadian automotive industry. 77% agree or strongly agree. What's interesting is those under 40, it's even higher at 81%. So young people.
I understand
I guess they want a job.
Jobs are a big one. If you take jobs away from the auto industry, that's a problem.
Somebody was saying, oh, well, who cares about the Canadian auto industry? I was like, it's our number 2 export outside of oil.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Okay, EV sales rebate incentives. So EV rebates, which are all gone now. The government of Canada should bring back the EV sales rebate. 54% strongly agree. And 62 of female respondents.
Said that they want it back. That's really
Because
interesting.
people like free stuff, Andrea, even
I'm
though they don't
still-
realize that you're paying for it.
I'm surprised that 54% is so low. I thought it would be higher.
Well, wait, there's more to come.
Oh, okay.
Slide number 3. The expansion of public EV charging network is necessary to encourage more EV sales. 77 strongly agree.
Yeah, I get that.
That's
That's not surprising.
You know what that is, Andrea? That is the cart before the horse, or, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? I think that the infrastructure needs to be pumped up.
For sure, but interestingly enough, 95% of people charge at home with their EVs.
Where'd you get that stat from?
I got it.
All right, number 4.
Got it on the big wide web.
The World Wide Web. The government should mandate the sales of zero-emission passenger vehicles, such that no combustion-powered vehicles should be sold after 2035.
They're saying what? Say that again?
The government should mandate zero-emission vehicles with no gas-powered cars after 2035. 68% disagree or strongly disagree with that statement.
Oh, they disagree. Okay.
And this is the interesting, under 40, 72%. Young people are even more vehemently opposed to
Well,
it.
you know why? Because they can't afford it.
They're
because
broke.
they're just getting more and more expensive, these vehicles. So they need gas vehicles that are more affordable.
They want a job in the auto industry, and they want to be able to buy a car.
That's right.
Autonomous vehicles. Autonomous vehicles will become increasingly common in Canada. 41% disagree or strongly disagree. 30% disagreement amongst new immigrants.
So
Canadians.
they don't want them. So
They
they don't want autonomous
No,
driving.
they will increasingly become common. 41% disagree.
Oh, okay. I think they will become more.
This is an
It's
interesting
just a
one.
matter of time.
You and I have talked about this many times here on the Questions, Coffee and Cars. If European, Japanese, and Korean vehicle safety and environmental standards were to be adopted by Canada, there is a potential for manufacturers to offer a wider variety of vehicles to Canadian consumers than are available today. So that means harmonizing safety standards and emission standards. 61.6 strongly agree or strongly agree.
Nice.
And this is the last one. And this one is, you have to remember, the people that did this survey went to the auto show.
Of course.
So they're kind of car people.
Sure.
Or they're slightly interested in
or
cars.
Or they're interested in a
cars,
car.
right.
And they wanted to check out some different vehicles. Cross shop.
When asked to consider only one powertrain for their next purchase or lease, they can only pick one for your next purchase or lease. Guess what was number 1?
I saw it, so that wouldn't be fair.
You saw it?
Gas.
Gas. Almost 50%. 47% want a gas
I'm
powered
surprised about that.
Yeah,
I
but
thought hybrids would be up
Hybrids
there.
is at 30.
Yeah, I still thought hybrids would be higher.
Only 10% for BEV, but if you think about the national sales of battery electric vehicles, that's actually higher than the what people are buying in diesel, only 1.5.
And that 11% for plug-in hybrids, some people feel that plug-in hybrids are too expensive. I might as well just get a pure electric vehicle if I have to plug it in anyway. And also some people are afraid of plug-in hybrids because they feel that the system is a little bit too complicated and down the road may have issues with reliability.
And that's why I think hybrids are so high. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got gas first and then hybrid. You don't have to plug it in. You just drive the car. That's why people like it. So anyway, if you're going to the Canadian International Auto Show in February, sign up for that.
Yeah.
And they're going to use this research because every year the number of people will get bigger, and then they'll have a good database, and it can help influence what's happening.
That was interesting
Do
survey.
you like the cue cards? I think I really enjoyed that. Was my favorite part.
Yeah, the
Having
cue
the cue
cards
cards.
were good and the results were very large.
What about
I
the
noticed
delivery?
The,
Did you
the
like
rating.
the delivery?
I did. I liked
Okay,
the
good.
delivery.
Thanks,
I thought
Andrea.
you did a really good job.
Free coffee for me.
Really good job. I was configuring the new Cayenne EV on Porsche's website. Wow, you
Ooh.
must have thought it was real pricey, huh? Wow, is it ever impressive? You can add on everything. You certainly can, from customized seatbelt colors to monogram leather car manuals. Yeah. I didn't know why, though, at this price range, manufacturers don't let you choose your tires. That seems like something owners would value before we get to color matched seatbelts. Well, one of the reasons why is a lot of research goes into each model, and they choose tires for the vehicle that suits the vehicle, better driving dynamics, possibly a quieter cabin.
Well, and for electric car, it's rolling resistance,
For
right?
sure. So there's a lot that is involved with it all.
It's interesting because we brought this question up at the event when we were in California doing the walk around with one of the engineer guys, and I said, okay, so you've got a 1,000 horsepower Cayenne EV turbo.
Yeah.
But I said electric vehicles typically have harder, low rolling resistance tires. And he said, well, a lot of thought goes into that about the balance between it has to be able to roll down the road for efficiency, but also you need all that grip for a 1,000 horsepower SUV. So that's the calculation. And the other thing is, when you buy a car, they will have 2 or 3 different suppliers of tires. So you might buy, well, there might be like 4 on the lot and they've each got a different supplier. Michelin, Continental is obviously very popular, and so on. And they do that because they need to have availability of tires from different suppliers. If there was a strike or a fire or something, they can still get tires.
Yeah, and what's interesting is we were at the Subaru event for Outback, and that Wilderness model, they've changed from Yokohama Highlander tires to Bridgestone, which really surprised me because the Highlander are so good. But we've also spoken to Lexus and Toyota about this, and like I said, they said a lot of research goes into just the right tire for their vehicles.
Well, the engineers work with the tire manufacturers and they tell them what they want. Like with a Porsche, for example, back to the Cayenne, they have on the side of the tire, it's NO, which means it's for Porsche. And you can put on different tires, but that tire has been specifically engineered for that car.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the recently announced Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid? Do you think there will be much competition between the Rogue and the Outlander? Will pricing and model options be similar? Well, we don't know about pricing, but this is how I view this new Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid. Happy that Nissan now has a plug-in hybrid. They needed a hybrid option, but they are 1 step behind. We could say 2 steps behind, because Mitsubishi is coming out with an all-new Outlander early next year, and it's going to have more range. Whereas this Rogue plug-in hybrid is essentially a rebadged Outlander
if you're
plug-in
not
hybrid that exists today.
Yeah, so the Mitsubishi Renault alliance that they had. So this is all shared componentry, and Mitsubishi, to their credit, is the one mainline brand outside of Volvo that has had plug-in hybrids the longest. And you know what? It's a very good system. And they're going to have a new one in the new year for the Outlander. But you know, taking that system and using it in a Rogue, it's already proven technology. It does what it says on the box. So that's great for Nissan.
I also think because Mitsubishi is bigger in Canada,
you're right about that,
U.S. buyers will appreciate getting a Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid. There are lots of dealerships around, whereas there's a lack of Mitsubishi dealerships in the U.S. And the Outlander just doesn't sell as well because of that.
Yeah, we get that all the time. People saying, "Oh, like, well, who does it? Mitsubishi, is that even a thing?" And we're like, in Canada, Mitsubishi is a thing. Their sales keep going up year after year after year because they have a stronger network of dealers, and they've just done a better job generally in Canada with that brand. And you know what? Every time we drive a Mitsubishi, whether it's just the small little car or they're all well done.
They're all well done. So I think that this will definitely benefit Nissan to have the plug-in hybrid, but I just feel like Outlander plug-in hybrid is now moving on to another vehicle and will compete better with the new RAV4 plug-in hybrid that has 80 kilometers, 50 miles of range.
80 kilometers.
Amazing, right?
How much is it going to cost, though? That's
the
thing.
question. After driving the Palisade hybrid, would you pick the calligraphy over Grand Highlander Hybrid Max Platinum? You know, for me, Zach,
I know what the answer is.
I really think that the Palisade hybrid interior is gorgeous.
Okay,
like Hyundai's
3, 2,
done
1.
such a good job on it.
Yeah,
okay, we'll
I'm
do
gonna
a 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're talking about the top of the line hybrid Palisade, and then the kind of the top of the line Grand Highlander, right?
Yes, yeah, the Platinum.
The Platinum
Hybrid
with the
Max.
Hybrid Max.
So
okay.
this is, you are buying it today.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hybrid
Toyota.
Max. And the reason why I'm picking Hybrid Max is that I like the powertrain better.
Yes.
It's smoother. It does a better job than the Palisade Hybrid. I found that at low speeds, the Palisade Hybrid was a little bit jerky when you were accelerating. I didn't love that feel. I'm not saying that Hyundai can't tweak that through a software update, but if I was buying it today, I just prefer that powertrain.
You can look at the interior of the Toyota and in comparison, it looks frumpy in comparison.
Yeah.
But that's not the entirety of the car.
No.
The car as a whole, the Toyota, is just better done.
We also weren't getting the fuel economy, the EPA numbers for the Palisade Hybrid either.
Yeah.
So anyway, I like
Okay,
the
you can
Toyota.
sneak one more in there, Andrew. I saw
Oh.
you opening up your phone there to get
Okay,
one
well,
more
here's a
question.
cute one.
A cute one,
Yeah.
okay.
What is on Zach and Andrea's Christmas wish list this year? More importantly, who is more naughty or nice?
Well, that's easy. The last part's easy. It's always like this. The day after we go to a dinner party, Andrea debriefs me the next day on things I said. And, well, I
Yeah.
didn't say that. Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm put in the sin bin.
I let him
on
know.
the down low.
I don't get upset with him or anything. I just let him know it is possible he could have offended a few people.
Andrea can. I'm not just saying this, but Andrea can back me up on this. I just don't care.
I know he doesn't care. But
I just don't care.
I just
You probably picked that up from me. I kind of say what I like, and I just don't care.
for me,
So I'm in the naughty bin for sure.
yeah, everybody just seems to really like me.
Okay, so Andrea, what's on the Christmas list? Is it
don't
automotive related?
No, I actually don't have anything on my list, and I'll tell you why. I'm just thankful for everything that we have. And I know that sounds like a cliche.
Corny, a little corny,
kind
Andrea?
of corny and maybe a bit dumb, but I just am thankful for everything we have. We're all healthy. We have a successful business. We love what we do. Our boys are launching.
They're
Jack's got
launching.
a new job.
Jack's got a new job.
He's the social media manager for a
chain of
sporting
stations.
goods
Chain, yeah.
company. Yeah. One of them is one of the stores is Cyclone Taylor. So we are absolutely thrilled for him. Charlie got his level 2 electrical. Anyway, I just feel like everything is really good.
I'm gonna be selfish, Andrea. I have been obsessed with. It's fed to me on social media.
Uh-oh, what do you want now?
I don't think I'm gonna buy it because I know it's gonna be crap. It could be
Okay.
good, but they're these little handheld. It's like a little mini leaf blower.
Oh, a mini leaf blower.
Yeah,
for
it's
what?
like-
For the car?
Yeah, you can blow off the like when you wash the car. You can
Maybe
blow
I
off.
should get that for you.
You can
as a
blow off
stocking
the
stuffer.
water. They're not cheap though. You can
Oh.
blow off the water. Or for me, because all our cars park outside, I can blow the leaves out of the gutter, under the bottom of the window there.
Yeah.
I use the big leaf blower for that. That's my fight every fall is cleaning the leaves out of that thing because
do have a lot.
do that, by the way, if you still have leaves coming down where you are, because all that crap gets inside. Anyway, just clean them out before they get too hard and brittle and fall in there. So that's kind of like, it's one of those things, it'll sit in the garage and it's a dumb thing. But that's on my, I guess I've shown interest on social media, so they keep feeding it to me straight
I
time.
know. I put my back out and I was looking at YouTube videos and they're sending them to me straight time. And it's like, I've had enough, please.
I do that when I'm on, no, you shouldn't do this with our videos because they're all great. But I'll say it's a music one, like, it's about a band I like or whatever. And I don't want to click on it because I know that's all that's going to be in my feed for the next 2 days.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Or
Anyway.
sometimes I get the dogs or the cats.
Oh, I know. It's a problem.
like, ugh.
But the ones that you should click on are the Motormouth YouTube ones.
You know it.
And even if you're not interested, here's my pro tip to you. Start it and then jump in the shower. Do something. Go make lunch.
And you know what we hear from people when we're on the road and we see our viewers at the airport? They love the show.
Oh yeah, it's all about the show. All right, put a pin in that show, Andrea. That's
Yeah.
number 227.
Yeah.
How do you get questions in for the next one?
Follow along on Instagram at motormouth_Andrea. Every Sunday I put a post out asking for questions. Once we gather them, the post is deleted and we start the show. Thanks for watching.